Hello there and welcome. I'm Peggy. Thank you for letting us share a part of your day. You know, the nicest thing about what I do is how much I can learn. And I'm amazed at things that are going on around us that maybe we're not even aware of. Well, that's what I found out about today. We have a walking club. Yes, right here. And anybody can participate. And I found out about it, and I thought, that's wonderful, a walking club. So you don't just go out and walk by yourself. And so we have people here who are experts. Robert McDaniel is the president and founder. And Martin Britton is vice president. And Bill Maurer, right?
Good enough.
And you all, did you know each other before, or how did this all come about?
Well, I got involved with Volksmarching when I was stationed in Germany. So I was running to all these different locations, doing the walks in the countries, places I've never been before. And when I returned back to the States, I found out that we had the American version of Volksporting, which means people sport, people walking. And it was here in the States, and we moved to South Carolina and found out we didn't have a club here. So my wife and I decided to start one.
You're my kind of people. If something needs to be done, you just get out and figure out a way to do it, you know. And so now this walking club, you don't have to be a certain age. You don't have to be an athlete.
Nope.
No, ma'am.
Not at all.
And physically, people have found it has helped them.
Absolutely.
It is low stress. You walk at your own pace. You're able to think clear, free your mind, meet friends, walk with friends. It helps with the cardiovascular, lower risk. It helps with your blood pressure, diabetes, all this. So there is a lot going for you to get out there and take that first step. You just, maybe a few steps helps, and then you build on that. Our walks go from 5K to 10K, 3.1 miles to 6.2 miles.
Now, do you have certain days that you walk and certain places that you walk so people would know, or do you have a meeting place and you all start at one time? I didn't even know we had anything like this.
Go ahead.
Well, we walk, what is it, two Sundays?
Twice a month.
Yeah,
We plan group meetings twice a month.
And we have various routes that we have. We have surveyed many areas, right? I mean, for instance, we have a walk route at Paris Mountain. We have one that we call the City Parks Walk. We've had some as far as in North Carolina, where Reedy Creek Nature Preserve. We had one over there. We take a look at where where are some interesting places, interesting sites, and we design walks around them. We survey them. We make sure that the distance is appropriate, and we chronicle everything, and we package it up into a walk. Then we bring it to the public.
Now, many times, I know doctors will say, well, just walk. It's the best thing for your heart. It's good. You don't have to join a gym and get out there and do all this stuff. Just get out and walk. Now, you don't have certain times. This goes on all year long.
Yes.
Yes.
So you're walking in January, in other words.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
We walk all year long. We have group walks, and then the walks are available for anybody to meet their schedule. So if they can't make a group walk, they're able to come out, say, like Wednesday afternoon at 1 o'clock. They find the start point where the walk starts at. They get a set of directions. They sign the waiver release, stamp their books, go out and do the walk, which maps written directions and map so they won't get lost.
So now you have walks that are like a mile and...
Well, minimum 3 miles, 3.1.
Okay.
But they can do a little bit now. Say they're recovering from an injury. They can start with this portion of this walk, pick it up the next day where they left off, just build on it.
So in other words, you can build. You don't have to be an athlete to get involved.
Right.
You can walk at your own pace, and if you get tired, you can quit, right?
Yes.
Right.
So there are no restrictions.
No restrictions.
Do people have to, does it cost money to join a walking club?
Well, there is an incentive program. It's an international recognition program that gives you pins, patches, and certificates to continue to walk. Something that, like dangling a carrot out there. So it helps you, and you can track all the places, the memorable places you've been, and then you can see all your accomplishments. So
Yeah.
that would be like $3.
Okay.
Part of that goes to the association, part goes to the club that's hosting the walk.
So now this is like, is it an international or a national thing?
International.
It is.
Yes, ma'am.
It's where the AVAs in the United States, and then you have the IVV, which is broadened out to Europe. So, I mean, it's not just walks in the United States. You've all the European stops. There most likely is a walk in there somewhere. You can we've contacted people as far as Canada when we went to Halifax, St. John, and we did walks out there. We contacted them, and we had contacts in those stops. It's pretty far-reaching.
So it's a way, in a way, to not only help yourself physically, but to make new friends.
Oh yes.
To
See new places.
all right, if somebody out there thinks I didn't know anything about this, how can I get involved? Do they have to have somebody to come with them, or what are your requirements?
Only requirement is that they just sign up for the walk or show up for the walk. They can bring friends. They can get involved by, if it's something that they enjoy doing with the walking club, they can get involved and help design more walks with the club and get involved as presidents or, office members.
That was my next question. Who decides where you go and for how long?
Well, we try to find what the city's best interesting points to put out there. We'd go for history, or depending on the walk, it could be the Revolutionary War weekend. We do Cowpens, Kings Mountain, and Brightonville. I think it goes on. 2 clubs host that up there on the weekend. So there's different classifications or special walks. We do NFL Pride Walk. Everybody dressed up in their NFL equipment. We had Halloween Walk the other night, a 5K fun walk. So it varies depending on the theme.
That's how we found out about the club. I think it was 4 years ago. We were looking in the Greenville News.
Because you came here from someplace else and you didn't know people.
Correct. And we weren't familiar with the area. And there was an ad for a Halloween walk. And I just said to my wife, it was on a Friday evening, I think. I said, this sounds like fun. No, let's do this. And that's how we met Rob and Martin and became involved in the club.
So how many, if you have a walk, how many people walk on such a thing? You plan it ahead.
We do.
And then what do you have?
We average on about 20 at a walk.
About 20 people.
About 20 people. Our most has been 44 at one walk. That's the year-round walks. We have a traditional walk, which we're hosting, Thank a Vet Walk coming up on 12 November, that the trail's going to be pre-marked. They come and sign in, and then they walk. We're giving away Pilsner glasses like they were in Europe. We're giving that away for the first 35 veterans. We have a magician who's a club member. He's a professional magician. He's going to be doing a show for kids. And we have a food truck. It's going to be there serving food as well.
A food truck. Now that's the nicest part of all. So if anybody gets hungry, they have something to eat, right?
Correct.
So you actually you sit down and plan the walks.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
It isn't just at random.
No,
you plan today we're going to do this and this and this, and it's this many miles or...
Yes, we hold quarterly meetings, just general membership meetings, and we talk about upcoming walks. Where would we like to go next? Would we want to do another club's walk? Something different to keep keep it live.
Do we have many walking clubs? I'd never heard of such a thing.
We're the only one in South Carolina. Asheville Amblers in North Carolina. You have the Metrolina Walkers in Charlotte, North Carolina. We have the Georgia Wanderers in Atlanta, Georgia. And we're the only one here in South Carolina.
And how many people do you announce ahead of time where and when?
We do. We put out a schedule. We put out a newsletter or email saying these walks are coming up. Here's the new schedule. You go to our website, it was upstatepathfinders.com, and you can see where our next walks are coming up at.
And we're on Meetup also.
Meetup.com, we started out there too.
And these people are not professional athletes. I mean, do you have men and women and senior citizens and kids? And
We do.
Yeah, we just
you can say.
Senior citizen. When it comes to the kids, we just a couple weeks ago partnered up with Navigators USA. It's sort of like it's kind of like kind of like Scouts, but it's a different organization, and there are a lot of kids in it, and we partnered up with them to do a walk with them. And I mean, we must have had 10, 12 kids out there doing a walk with us. It was
And they were from
great
Augusta,
stuff.
Georgia, and we met in Columbia
okay.
and did a 5K walk, a walk together program that we do with youth.
Okay, we're going to take a break, and I want to be sure people get the information. And I wanted to show you this. This is a book they brought, all about, if you're like I am, I didn't know such a thing existed. I think it's wonderful. We'll be right back. I just...